All right, three, two, one. Let's get this mother stream started, motherfucker. Dude, it's been forever since I shot in my room. It feels so mother good. Cause like honestly, it's been. Can you guys hear me? Let me turn up the mic. Test the sound. Bitch. Oh, it's not even working. Whatever. I think it sounds good enough. Yeah, guys, it's been awesome. Like shooting in my room again. Feel like I'm getting back in the groove. I was like, for so long, I was like battling this, I don't know, kind of like losing streak. I don't want to say it's a losing streak, but you know how sometimes you just like fall off the. I was gonna say fall off the horse. That's such like a white people saying. Yeah, but feels good to be back. Looks like we got Jose Lorenzo Rodriguez. Am I the only one here? I think you are, man. I think you are the only one here, actually. Let me see. Yep, you are the only one here, man. Um, Sometimes it takes a little while for YouTube to kind of catch up and stuff. So people are just it's probably just starting to pop up and stuff. Nah, man, I got you, fam. See, my boy Brian is in this bitch. Awesome, man. And yeah, so I was actually going through a pretty deep depression. I was actually not so funny. I was actually talking to Brian about how recently I've just been so like down recently, and I just realized a lot of things. Like one, my YouTube channel's fucking sucking ass, and I was like, shit, I'm putting all this effort into YouTube, all these different things, right? But I still suck at it. I'm like, god damn, you know? How can I make it better? How can I make it better? And then I started watching these marketing like things and started listening to certain podcasts to try to get me out of the funk. And uh, I just started, using technology and thinking about outsourcing a lot of my work and stuff. So that's what's been going through my mind. Brian, oh, Lil Mix XO, Asian squad up, son. Jane has a question. What do you consider to be a competitive GPA for farm school? I have to say though, I've been out of school for so damn long. Like back then, like I remember like 3.0, you and up, you're Gucci, man. But I don't know nowadays. It's been so long since I. Dude, you know what I should do? I should just apply to a pharmacy school and see if I can get in. That'd be hella funny, man. But yeah, Legend RX is in this bitch. Justin Jung, what's up, Kevin? Long time no see, bro. And back to you, Jane. Sorry, I didn't want to ignore your question, but honestly, rather than focus on like the GPA and stuff, I think it's also very important to just focus on the action state. What a bitch. I feel like it's really important to focus on the action steps rather than the result that you want. It's important to always have that goal in mind, but it really helps to just really focus on the action steps. So, how are you going to get the best possible grades? You know what I mean? And whatnot. So, that's one way to look at it. What's up, Kevin? Long time no see, bro. Yeah. Last week I was actually at a wedding in Boston. I was like having a kumbaya moment with my mother and daddy, and it was his birthday, so I got to spend that time with my dad, and it's so rare. Like I've never had such a great connection with my dad ever in my life. You know, my dad's still my dad. He still pisses me off sometimes. No lie. Like I think all Asian, like all parents, they have those moments where they just, oh, I'm so fucking annoying. This is why I can't live with you, right? And for my dad, it's his negativity. Like he's always critiquing people. He's always like, yeah, it's just something I don't really fuck with nowadays. But I just learned to accept my dad for my dad. He's not gonna change. He's like 70 something. He just turned 70, man. That's crazy. But yeah, he turned 70, and chances are he's not gonna change. But I still accept him for who he is. And at the end of the day, he has a good heart. Yo, Brian, first time seeing you here, says Legend RX. Jose's like, I'm gonna donate $1. Oh shit, are we gonna have that? Are we gonna have that super chat train, son? Reach goal is gonna be $100, man. I need $100 this stream. It's so funny how one of my favorite people on YouTube is actually this guy called Maximus Black, and he does like a lot of YouTube streams. He's part of Lag TV and stuff like that. But man, I love his like sellout Sundays. Those are so fucking funny. And for y'all that don't know, I'm actually a huge nerd. I don't game anymore, but I actually watch a lot of streams still sometimes. And I don't have the time to stream, like watch a stream all day, but I like watching little snippets of it because it helps me get more creative as well. You know. Justin's sup says Neymar. I've been busy with college. These first 3 weeks were cray cray. Never had a research paper assigned on the first day of class and due the next week. That is life, man. I honestly don't really miss the schoolwork, man. Because so much of the schoolwork is kind of bullshit. But here's the thing: you learn a lot of a lot about deadlines and organization in school. It gives you a structure. So when you're done, let me get rid of this refugee hustle stuff. I don't need this sellout Sunday shit. I want you guys to like me for me. Um, anyways, when you go out into real world or you're working on your own projects, right? Learn how to organize your time better. I think like most of all, like even though I've been going through this deep depression, I've been actually been more productive. Why? Is because I've been focusing. So like what I'm getting at is like even though you might be doing schoolwork that you don't like, just look at it as building up skills. So when you do something that you really enjoy, that you're really passionate about, right? You can go 110 or 150%, bro. Yeah. Um, Brian is like, I can never catch Kev streams because it's so damn late. Yeah, I'm sorry for my East Coasters. Maybe I'll start pushing back like the stream like times and stuff, or maybe I'll do additional stream times other than Sunday night. Oh shit! Yo, Jose just donated $2. Jose started the hype train, son. You know, this is actually my first. I've never gotten any money from any sort of sub, so this is really cool. I'm gonna screenshot this. Jose, you are immortalized on my screenshots. You are the first one to ever donate to Kevin the Fomdy. So awesome, man. Thank you, Jose. Thank you for donating to this channel. I appreciate it. Catherine says, "Hi, bro. Starting second year pre-farm. Hey, Kev, you got any tips for a freshman in community college? Thanks." As for tips, I don't really have any tips for you. Kind of needs to be more specific than that. But you know, like if there's anything you're struggling with, hey, let me tell you something. So I don't think I've really talked about this. Maybe I've talked about it a few times, like on my stream and stuff. But this week was actually huge, and I'll tell you why. Have you ever wondered, like, how do I word this? Have you ever like gone through life knowing that you've had a problem and you just never did anything about it, but you know you have this constant problem that's like creeping in the back of your head? And for me, for me, let me adjust my camera. God, focus this so you can focus on my like red pimple right here, dude. So yeah, um, but yeah, so let me wait for this. Okay, perfect. Um, yeah, I've been struggling in my relationship life a lot, and part of it is like being burned from my ex girlfriends, and I was never able to really cope with my relationships. So actually, recently, oh god, I reached out for help, man, and I was just like, I can't keep on doing this shit. Like, I can't keep on avoiding this one area. of my life, and I actually enrolled into a relationships class. And they made me do all these prompts and stuff. And one breakthrough moment that I'm going to share with you today is like they asked me something like, "Where do you get your? Where did you learn how to have a relationship from? Where do you where do you get the ideas of an ideal relationship?" And I don't know. It's not like a wow, a mind blowing question, right? But it really made me think. And one of the things it made me really think about a lot about is like, damn, what are the like growing up? What were the relationships growing up around me? Well, my grandma and grandfather fucking died. I never met my grandfather. The other side died really quickly. I never really got to see that sort of love between my grandparents, right? And I don't remember it because he died when I was 9. My mom and dad, which was my dad yelling at my mom every single day and her being frustrated that she couldn't really voice her opinion, right? But a lot of the time, um, I was like, fuck, man. I just realized, like, in my whole life, where do I get the idea of like having a healthy relationship? I've never really been taught to have a really healthy relationship. And I think through this like process, I'm just hoping that I can set the foundation. Like 29, as a 29-year-old, I should be able to have a healthier relationship, right? But yeah, man, I think it's gonna be a good thing. Like it sounds really corny because I feel like a lot of people in their life they have this part nailed down. They're like, it's so simple, just go on a date. But it's really tough when you know logically in your head that you need to do something, but in your heart you can't because you're so fucking terrified. I don't know if you guys have ever gone through that feeling. Some people have it in other areas of their life. Maybe it's like getting out of debt with money. But for me, my kryptonite right now is relationships because I always you like I don't know, you become so like for me I just become so dependent on someone's love. So when they leave me or anything happens to me, I get so fucking devastated and I just can't recover. You know, like it's so hard. I bring that burden to the next relationship, right? So it sucks. But I'm so happy that finally I took the plunge into getting help and really taking care of this area of my life. You know, so I know a lot of it is honestly I just need to have love for myself too. So if somebody leaves me, I won't be so the heartbroken, man. Yeah. Um, let's see. Jose is the MVP. That is true. Um, yeah, our legend Brian is like, yeah, fam seems good. They're spread out in Tampa and Deerfield. I'm just chilling in Minnesota though, so I'm good. Um, I'm gonna catch you next time, Kevin. Got to finish up some last minute assignments before sleeping. Got a 7 a.m. class. Gotta be up in 5 hours. Lol. Well, Justin, quick tip before you leave. You're probably already gone because I went on my like little rant. But dude, good luck, and also try to use a sleep cycle timer, like a REM sleep timer, so you don't wake up all groggy if you're gonna be getting like 5 hours of sleep or whatever. So you should do Q&As too later, Justin. Yeah, Brian, you should do Q&As too because I think you're probably more insightful than me. I really don't like when it comes to pharmacy stuff. I just feel like a lot of the pharmacy stuff I go through is just like everyday life now. It's not even that big. If Kevin does one next week, I'm crashing his skin. Hey, you know what? Next week I'll do a live Q&A with Brian next week, and he's gonna be sleeping over. Thirsty Brian. No, just kidding. Kevin Yee, best do the Mudda stream, man. Of course, man. I got my homie. You know, and I have to say that's one of the really cool things about YouTube for me is like for me, I've never really I've never met Brian like really met Brian in person before. We've always just had a relationship. A relationship through like the internet. and it's really cool how you can just totally connect to someone, that you've never met before. And what I realized with Brian is that like he's such a really there's a lot of cool ass people in this world, and YouTube just allows me to just meet them. You know, dude, I feel like I'm going in and out of focus. I wish I had my like little tablet so I could just like adjust the focus, but fuck it, who cares? Thanks for all the content, Brian. Good stuff. Mudda thirsty. Hey, says Greenlee. All the content is inspired by Kevin. Thanks, man. Let's see who else is in here. Let me see who else is in the chat. Hey, if you guys haven't said anything in the chat, pop in and say the mud hello, man. Let's see. We only got 4 people. Wow, this is sad. I'm gonna hide this really quick. The mud is sad stream. Hold on. This is bothering me, like how out of focus I am. Maybe I just got moved closer. Perfect. Yeah. So let me check my YouTube stats too, and see if there's more people in here. I got 13 people in here, so it's not bad. It's just taking a little time to catch up. But yeah, we Gucci, man. We Gucci. So as for other things in my life right now, like I feel like I'm just talking about myself. If you guys got questions, feel free to drop them in the comments over here. You know. As for other things, I've been still reading a lot. I just finished. I feel like I finished a book recently. I can't remember what book I just finished. But yeah, actually, pretty recently I met a cool guy at a coffee shop. He actually approached me and he was like, "Hey, Kevin, I love the books that you're reading and stuff." I was like, "Oh shit, that's awesome, man!" And it's really crazy. Like, that's what I suggest. If you want to meet really cool people, go to a coffee shop, look at the books that people have on their desk, and then if you see a book that really connects with you, just walk up to them and be like, "Hey, I love that book." No one's gonna be like, "Fuck you, man. Leave me alone." They're gonna tell you very nicely, most likely. And yeah, we just actually spent like 20 minutes just chatting about kind of like things I'm doing, things he's doing, how like the 9 to 5 thing is like totally dead these days, So yeah. There is a song called Gucci by Jesse. Oh man, I don't know when that started becoming a thing, you know what I mean? Like when people were like, "Oh, we Gucci," you know what I mean? So it's like part of the new lyrics. Speaking about music too, yesterday I went out for my friend Carol's birthday, and we were just like having a really good time. They're playing some hip hop, and recently, like I don't know if it's just me, like wanting to be a young millennial or something like that, or if like I don't know what it is, but I can't listen to old school hip hop anymore, man. It's so like I listen to it every once in a while in the car and stuff, like memories. Like I never get sick of beat nuts and stuff like that, but there's like certain songs which like I grew up during the 2000s and like the 2000s and they just play those throwbacks over and over again. And like they're good, right? I really liked them as a kid, but once you hear them for like 10 years straight, you get so tired of it. And I just really only like I really like the new millennial shit because that shit makes me want to fucking like, fucking dance and shit. You know what I mean? Brian, I think you asked me this last time. I did not listen to that album. Um, Not at all. But I'm actually really behind on my music too. I feel like I'm not really up to date. Like I know all the mainstream stuff, but there's there's a lot of cool albums coming out right now that I really want to catch up with. Um, I need to listen to Gucci Man, Gucci Mane, Gucci Gucci Mane album as well. and I think I really want to listen to. I saw this really weird song, like it's called I can't remember, like Quality Control, and it was with like it was like all the people from Migos, right? So you got Quavo, Offset, and Takeoff, right? But they listed all of them individually, not as like Migos. It fucking blew my mind, man. But I don't know why they would want to do that. Anyways, for you guys that aren't into hip hop, I also let me do a shameless plug since it's like Sellout Sunday. Might as well just do a shameless plug. If you guys haven't already, check out Refugee Hustle. I just actually posted a new article today, and I guess like the reason why I did it was because when I went on that cruise, like with my family, I actually had horrible food poisoning. I was like KO'd for the day. I was like, fuck, I am done. And I was supposed to meet. I remember I was supposed to meet my grandma that morning for breakfast, right? Totally did not show up. I totally fucked up. My grandma spent like 2 hours waiting, but I was like, I had food poisoning. I was having chills and stuff. I couldn't get out of bed, and so for one day out of the 7 days I was there, like I was just miserable as fuck. I was like in my bed. I was like, oh, fucking diarrhea, all that bullshit. So after all that, I was like, no more of this crappy cruise food. I'd rather just fast and just not eat it, right? And so when I got back, I was like, oh, I still feel like this aversion to meat and stuff like that. And so I was like, I want to try something. Why not just go vegan, right? And just try it. Like I am not like a huge vegan like pusher. Like I honestly don't believe it's a healthy diet because at the end of the day, I think we're omnivores. But anyways, this is not about that. Um, but I do think like maybe a quick like vegan like break from meat sometimes might be good, you know. And so I went I went vegan for a week and I realized all these really cool things about dieting and like life, I guess. You know what I mean? And so I just my article is really about like sort of the life lessons I learned through that. It was pretty cool. Huh. You recommended a website on what successful students do that your really, really smart friend told you about it. What is it? It's called, you can Google it, Study Hacks. There are two books that I pulled them out like like during my old stream, like I pulled these two books out. Let's see if I can find them. God damn. You know, it's pretty funny. Like, I actually still refer to these books, even though I'm not in school, because, um, where is it? Hold on for a second. There was this book. Um, I love this book, actually. It's like literally one of my favorite books by Cal Newport. And, you know, it's pretty funny. I can't find it. Usually they're always together because I always read them together. But, yeah, I can't find the other book, but it had a yellow cover, also by Cal Newport. I know he has like newer titles like Deep Work, and stuff like that. But I really like this book because it just really sets a really good foundation for studying or working and stuff like that, and productivity. You know, like some of my favorite, Declare War on Procrastination. Um, Look how old this book is too. Like the pages are starting to yellow. That's how you know you're fucking old as shit, or if a book is old. Um, it talks about how to study, um, like the morning ritual, which I'm a huge proponent of. I do it every single. Try to do like focused work in the morning all the time. So yeah. God damn. The fuck is this bullshit? Yo, sell out Sunday. Somebody's trying to fucking sell iPhones on my channel. Palabra fool. Man, Fuck this shit. Only I can sell out Sunday, man. Fuck that. Yeah, but Cal Newport's site is actually really good. I really enjoy his content a lot, especially like when it comes to productivity, because he balances a lot. He's like a professor. He's writing books. He's doing academic projects. There's a lot he balances, and sort of like me, where I want to balance all these things like book, life coaching, like my YouTube videos, refugee hustle, affiliate marketing. Like, how do you balance all these? Because I don't know. I think in some ways, like just tell you, just pick one, just focus, right? But when I pick one thing and I try to focus, maybe it's a bit of FOMO, but I get sometimes like I hit roadblocks, and it's good to have another, not necessarily distraction, but it helps sometimes just to work your mind in a different way, and that's why I have various interests like jujitsu or random. It's really cool, like having multiple things. And yeah, so I really got drawn into Cal Newport's work because he does so many different things. He has different projects. How do you manage all of them? You know? And what I noticed too is like people like at the highest levels of success, they have different outlets as well. Like they always choose like a health outlet, or they have some like various things, Um, reading your article, double article. What the fuck is a double article? Oh, please don't tell me. Let's see. Refugee hustle. I don't know what you mean by double article. No worries, Kev. Thanks a lot. Lol, how to read literature. God damn. Anyways, yeah. So, yeah, so that was my 2 cents on that stuff. Speaking about books, since I read about like maybe I try to set aside about 30 minutes an hour of focused reading, um, and yeah, so I try to aside that time, and I have a confession. I made a really not shitty purchase, but I made a really impulsive purchase. It wasn't impulsive. I was thinking about it for like 2 weeks. I even went back home in Boston. I was like, "Fuck, mom, I really want to buy this shit, but I can't enjoy my money." And my dad was like, "Fuck you, Kevin. You can't take your money with you. Just enjoy it. You've been thinking about it. Just live a little." I'm like, "Shit." My dad said so, and he's fucking cheap. My dad is hella cheap. Then I should just do it. So I bought me a love sack, man. I bought me one of those fucking beanbag movie sack type of things. It was on sale at Costco. I was just like, fuck it. It's $300. Might as well. I was thinking about flipping those things, but I was just like, you know what? Just fucking enjoy it. So I can like enjoy reading more. Just put it in my like corner. By the way, also, if I'm going to be talking about other purchases I made, I was actually thinking about balling out in Hawaii, get a fucking nice hotel and all that. But I was just like, you know what? I can't justify staying in Hawaii for 3 nights and blowing over 1K on lodging in hotels. Fuck that. And so I'm actually staying at a hostel, which should be really cool. Reminds me of my like college days when I used to stay in sketchy ass hostels in Hong Kong and shit where prostitutes used to hang out and but it's cheap as fuck, $10 a day, man. This Hawaii hostel is in a really good location, but it's $35 a day. It's with like 6 other random strangers. So hopefully I get to meet some cool people, and if it really sucks, I'll just get a hotel. Because honestly, like even one day of saving will pay for that like movie sack, man. Oh, Legend RX. Wait, never mind. Usually your email's in the article, right? Yeah. You know what I started doing? Like honestly, it's cool to send you guys an update for my articles and stuff like that. But I feel like my newsletter is so much more. I really want to be more like a communication thing. The blogs and articles are just gonna go up, but honestly, like I don't feel like I should just spam you guys with all this stuff. I want to add some value more than just like, oh, it's a notification and I'm bringing it straight to your door. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's me, bitch. Remember me? You think I forgot? Kevin, I'm tired of your shit. Step outside. Yeah, bitch. Cool. Oh, expose me, please. Oh, please. I'll let this troll keep on talking. But yeah, like so. Yeah, so I actually recently got inspired by this guy named Nayland Doris, and he started sending out really cool newsletters where it's kind of like Tim Ferriss's like Five Bullet Fridays, where you just honestly, um, like you just share what's cool with your week. So maybe I saw a really cool Joe Rogan podcast, or maybe I saw the Conor McGregor fight, and I just had a really cool insight. And it's just like just sharing that experience, you know. Does grade do grades matter that much in pharmacy school if you're getting a retail job? Um, hmm. Honestly, it doesn't matter. You fucked my fucking sister, Kevin. Okay, I'm blocking your ass. First of all, you should know I don't like the mother Asian girls, so block you. Um, do grades matter that much in pharmacy school if you're getting a retail job? Honestly, they don't give a fuck. I'll be like 100% transparent. Never have I once been asked about my grades. They only care if you get licensed. You know? They only care if you get licensed, and yeah. I think a more important thing is probably having experience, man. Because everybody, whatever job you go to, like in pharmacy, it's going to be very similar. There's going to be, but there's always going to be some sort of learning curve, and if you have a like some sort of experience, it really helps with the learning process. Well, you can learn. Like honestly, it took me so long to learn like the flow of like CVS before, right? But when I switched companies, like it was so easy to navigate because you know all the steps that you need to do. It's just that you just need to figure out how to use the software, you know. So yeah, guys. Let's see. Let's take a look at one more thing. Take a look at the live dashboard. Got 10 people in this. Hey, I also want to like again thank you Jose so much for donating that $2. Um, dude, I never. I honestly was thinking about shutting off my super chat because I don't ever really push for donations and stuff. Like I don't think it's really necessary, but it really feels cool to be supported. You know, it's a really it's a really cool feeling. You know, it's so funny that $2 probably paid for like my whole like revenue for all my unmonetized like videos. Because honestly, recently I've just been like, I don't give a fuck. I just want to grow this bitch. I just want to grow my channel. You know, that's most important. Not to nickel and dime. Like it's so hard for me. Like sometimes I'm just like, fuck. I really want to I want all my every single video to be monetized, you know. So I'm getting the maximal amount, making like getting every single dime and penny I earned, right? But what's more important than that? Really spreading a message and spreading like a really positive message. So I really hope through these newer videos, my videos have like I'm still going through my old content right now, but um, I'm still going through my old content, and hopefully soon you will see newer content where I structure it a lot better. I'm just taking the old content and trying to reorganize it so it's a little more entertaining and stuff. You saw in my scene I have a new intro and whatnot. Shit, nah, I'm just kidding. It was honestly really easy because I just bought, I just paid for some title packs and stuff like that, which made it look really cool and up the production value. I wish I could take all the credit for it, but I can't because I am not really that's not really my forte, man. So yeah. Um, Legend RX says, "Are your last two uploads outsourced? Are you doing a rebranding across your properties? My channel, you mean? Yeah. So, my last two uploads were not outsourced. I did it all myself, right? And I just what I did was I bought tools to make it look cooler, or to, and I've been really researching like partly through Jump Cut Academy, partly through this really cool YouTube video. Maybe I'll credit it, but I'll do a separate video on it about how I improved my channel after I get some traction with it. And I've been working my thumbnails too because you can put all this effort into your videos, but if it's not hitting, then what's the point? If people aren't interested in clicking, what's the fucking point? You know, so it gotta be a little clickbaity sometimes, but you know, like having presentable thumbnails and stuff that really matters to a lot of people. Like to me, I you know, like I can't blame people. You know, like that's what people want, and there's only two ways to do it, like either adapt or fucking die. You know, so like for me, I think I've always been pretty, I don't want to say humble, that's not the word, like self-aware of my own abilities. Like I know my editing abilities aren't good. I know my like YouTube game isn't that great. You know, like but there's always room to improve. I think that's my greatest strength. Like I tell you guys this sometimes, but my greatest strength isn't like any one of my abilities. It's the fact that I'm always down to learn. I'm always down to accept that maybe I'm not really good at it. Why do you think I have so many damn books? Like, hold on. Let's see if I can move it here. Why do you think I got so many books over here, man? It's because I enjoy learning. I think that's the thing that makes me feel alive. I love learning about other people. I love learning about the mindset of like really successful people. And it's just as someone who always felt like I never really had any value in myself, it really warms my heart to know that you guys like really watch my videos, even though I'm just a normal ass dude, man. Um, Kevin, have you actually considered going to med school or performing art school? At one point I considered like maybe med school, but I was even talking to this med school student yesterday when I was at like the bar after I was like fucking bam, like fucking swagging out. Like I was just saying like um is it really worth it? Like, are you happy with your decision? You know, like for me, I think I always knew that being in a professional field wasn't for me. I was just doing it because I just felt like it was secure, it was safe, like all those bottom level needs. But I never really thought about growth beyond that. I thought once I can have enough money to eat and buy maybe a cool few toys here and there, like I'm good. But honestly, I want to do so much more with my life. And it's kind of hard. You can't really think about that shit if you can't even afford groceries, right? So it's just part of the leveling up status, you know? And when you guys become pharmacists like me, maybe you'll feel the same way. And if you don't, that's also really cool too. Because not everyone, the society can't function if everyone is just like me, or if they're like a certain type of person. There's a reason why we're all different, and it's actually a really beautiful thing. Seems like you got new RH graphics. Yeah, I do. Thanks to Vin, by the way. He gave me the logo, but I actually bought some title packages and some call up packages too. And like I spent over like maybe $80 on those like things. But I thought it was worth it because honestly, it saves me time and it looks a lot better. You know, like what more can I ask for, right? So I'm a P1 at University of Michigan right now. I'm wondering how hard is it to find a job in California? How you did it? Honestly, I think So I was actually, you know, what's so funny? I actually recently lost my technician. I was like, fuck. I lost my homie, my family member. Who am I gonna talk to? Migos. Like we talk about Migos. We talk about Drank. We talk about all this hood ass shit in my pharmacy, right? Who am I gonna bond over that stuff with? So I lost my technician, and I was like, man, maybe it's time for me to leave too. So I started looking at other jobs, and it's really saturated. You have to go bums fuck nowhere just to see. Like, I just want to see what the market is like. But also, I think a secret little hack is honestly know the search terms you're looking for too, because everybody's going to be typing out pharmacist, staff pharmacist, pharmacy manager. Well, what are some of the other lesser known terms that you can find openings for? Or is there a backdoor hack that you can take? Do you know someone? So, yeah, like for me, I think it's like partly timing, partly you like I've told the story a lot many times, but for me, like I just used what I had available. And for me, I worked at CVS, so I was just like, hey, shit, maybe I can get a job internally through CVS. And I did, and I interviewed, I got it. So really using that, and I think second part is when people say no, it doesn't mean no forever, right? And um, if you get rejected, follow up. Just like be honest, ask for feedback, be open to feedback. Be like, hey, what did I do? What did I do? Like, um, what did I do? I want to say, what did I do wrong in the interview? But it's not wrong. Um, but you guys get the picture, right? Like, what could I have done better during the interview, right? Ask for like really, really candid feedback and just take it. You know, if they said, "Oh, you really," blah, blah, at least you know for next time. I think it really sucks. Like, it sucks getting feedback sometimes. Like, I was going up to my ex girlfriends and really talking about, oh, like what was lacking in our relationship, right? And it really sucks. But no, it sucks even more making the same mistake over and over again, and going about it like I I don't know I don't know what's wrong with me, but everybody else knows like, oh, maybe you just can't fucking commit, or maybe you're just like too fucking shy, or maybe like you smell like ass. I don't know, you know. But it's better to know than not know for the rest of your life. And people, I used to say like people are too nice to tell you, but in reality, if you really cared, like if you had the cure to cancer and you knew that your homie had cancer, like wouldn't you stand up for them? And I think a lot of times it's just like really they don't want to hurt your feelings because their feelings might get hurt because you might abandon them. Like I really do feel like that. So yeah, yeah, I went off on a fucking random tangent for that. Wilson, seems like it depends where in California. Kevin and Angel started out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, you're right. We did. Oh, I guess I can just go to Fresno. Haha. Dude, I know a lot of people that went to Fresno, son. Um, Weird question. Heard of K-pop? I'm not a huge fan of K-pop. Like, I go to Korean barbecue. I was actually at Korean barbecue with my roommate Jason and stuff, and we are like, they play K-pop all the time. But I know some of the songs sound hella familiar because sometimes they play like the K-pop stuff like at the coffee shops in California. So I just I don't know, it just gets stuck in your head and you just start listening over and over again. What about when they don't give you feedback? Like you mentioned about your supervisor in the life after pharmacy school bed. That's a good question. And sometimes they're too busy. They don't wanna give you feedback. And sometimes it's kind of awkward because guess what? A lot of people will not ask for feedback because it sucks. It's uncomfortable. And maybe like I'm just like, dude, I don't got time to babysit you, right? Fine. Then you think about what you did wrong. You know, like honestly, just be completely honest. Like I think for me, maybe I came off unprofessional because my hair, like, what is it? My hair is like usually has zigzags and shit in it. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's like I don't know. It could have been a lot of different things, you know. Um, just make your best judgment call and just call it out, just own it, man, and follow up. Just actively work on it and keep track of all the things that you're working on it. So if you're doing like if you want to work on, I don't know, demonstrating your like maybe my supervisor's like you don't show enough leadership. How can I trust you to run a pharmacy, right? Especially when you got all this mud of bullshit in your hair. Well, create your own confidence. What the fuck is it called? Com- competence. Create your own competence triggers. So things like, hey, you know what? I initiated a project to boost like KPM for or key performance metrics in a certain area, right? And my brother just sent me a text. What the fuck? Hold on, let me check this really quick. My brother's like generic EpiPen looks different. Lol. Um, yeah, but yeah. So create your own competence triggers and stuff. And I think it's like for me, I created my own project where I initiated a project boosting KPM, key performance business metrics for the district. You know, and that was my project. That was my baby, and um, I shared that with my supervisor, and I created a marketing plan. I did a lot, you know, to really show like, hey, you know what, I'm I'm better than you think I am, and I'm a hustler. And I'll work toward anything. I don't take no for an answer, you know. Or that sounds kind of rapey. um, but I don't get when people say no, I don't get shut down. And you know, it's so funny as I'm talking about this, I'm sort of thinking about my career and how I really don't believe this is like the end for my pharmacy career. You know, like I honestly think I've become quite complacent, and I don't know if that's a good thing in the pharmacy world. I guess you know I'm always very driven, like other aspects of my life. But yeah, it wasn't clear if you asked your supervisor and boss. Oh, so that was Ralph's in Kroger's. That supervisor. So that was round two. That's the second time I like. That was when yeah. I could have made that more clear in the video. So when I asked, I never asked for feedback. By the way, I never did. I just assumed like certain things. I wasn't very strong at X, Y, and Z, and I initiated these projects, and that's when she's like, "Oh, I like this kid." Like I had a feeling she liked me for my drive and stuff, but I had nothing to back it up. That was all talk, you know. But yeah, so that was with my interview with Ralston Clovers. But anyways, it is 9:50. I gotta get to sleep soon. But I hope you guys enjoyed the article. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I streamed for a lot longer today than I normally do. But you know, I figured like you know these last few weeks I've been going to weddings, so it's cuffing season and shit. Um, you know, so I just want to spend as much time with you guys and really connect with you. And it feels really good to just do the mud up bonding time, guys. Um, and guys, take care. I will do another stream next week that I know of, and I'll probably announce it on my channel, or I'll just I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. My Mac is about to die, and I'll talk to you later. And thank you again, Jose, for that $2 donation. Really appreciate it.